Prime Minister, before you exit office, will you pledge to never vote for a successor willing to impose a devastating no-deal Brexit on all of us?
Well, I have to remind the Right Honourable Gentleman yet again that he is due to ask me questions about my responsibilities as Prime Minister. And I would remind him yet again that as Prime Minister, I voted 3 times in this House to ensure that we could take the UK out of the European Union with a deal that was good for the whole of the United Kingdom, and he voted effectively for no deal.
My goodness, it's no wonder she's leaving. That was no answer to a question. The Prime Minister is showing gross cowardice. On the one hand, the Tories are asking people to put their faith in the most incompetent Foreign Secretary in a century. A man who has made a career out of lying, who has spent his week avoiding the media, staging photos and playing to the extreme delusions of the Tory shires. On the other hand, we have the most incompetent Health Secretary in our history. A man who writes books on privatising our NHS. Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives clearly don't like the truth.
One sentence. We've got a lot of questions to get through. A sentence. Well done. Mr. Blackford.
Mr. Speaker, in her last days in office, will she finally act in the best interest of these islands, not the Conservative Party, and admit that neither of the candidates for office should ever be elected Prime Minister?
Can I say to the Right Honourable Gentleman, either of the candidates for this high office would do a darn sight better job than anybody sitting on any of those benches.
Mr. Speaker, I'm always troubled when I hear any allegation of bad faith in this chamber. And today we've heard an allegation of an honourable member having made, I think, a career out of lying. Would you guide me, please, on whether it is in order for honourable members to accuse others of lying?
If there is to be an allegation of dishonesty against a member, that allegation should be made on a substantive motion. That is the long-established procedure in this House. It should not otherwise be done.